like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden, golden. I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's 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 golden, golden.
Well, hello, and thank you for joining us on the second half. Loretta Petit sitting in for Miss Sinder Miller, and we're so glad to be with you today. It's just a beautiful day to be alive. It's cold outside, but it's a beautiful day to be alive. And in the studio with me, I've got none other than my little sister, Miss Drea Marie, recording artist. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You look like that weather's not affecting you at all.
Not me, my son.
Okay, you like it cold?
I love it when it's
cold.
cold.
No,
like
no.
When it snowed, that was the best for me.
Yeah, you know, that's good because that's like a specialty for us.
Yeah. I wasn't ready for it, though. I didn't know what to expect, I guess, afterwards. I didn't know the consequences of the snow because the next day my car was it was iced in. It was snowed in. So I couldn't get in, and I went live, and everybody was laughing at me because I prayed for the snow. I had to get warm water, which they told me I shouldn't have done.
No, just
but
regular.
I got the warm water and was throwing it at my car.
I understand because I did that the first time that I had frost on my glass. And I had to do it myself because, you know, back in the day, I had a man in my life who did all that for me.
Right.
So I didn't really know. But when I had to do it, I put warm water, too. They said, girl,
we had
you
hot, scalding water. They was like, girl, you going to crack your windshield.
That's what they told me.
I was driving, and the ice blocks were falling off to other people's car. It was ridiculous.
Really? Well, I felt, like I said, it's a specialty. But I felt a little something because I saw the snow. But by my house, all I got was a little frost on my windshield.
We got
so I felt a little, you know, left out.
See, I'm in Slidell, up north.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of snow, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. But cold weather, otherwise, you know, forget it. Don't invite me. I'm not coming. You know, if it's not something I have to do, I don't do it. But the one I missed yesterday, by the way, I wasn't on purpose. That wasn't on purpose. It was in my delirium.
Right.
I missed that. So, Drea Marie, recording artist.
Yes.
So you've been singing for a long time.
Yes,
I know that.
Since I was 5 years old.
Mm-hmm. And so you at some point felt led to take it to the next level.
Yes, ma'am. And I always say this, for whatever reason, I never...
You gotta stop saying yes, ma'am. You know I'm only like 4 years older than you.
It's just a habit.
It's okay.
So I always say this. Growing up, I would sing for everybody, especially growing up in a Melphamine project with my mom and my younger sister. And I'd sit on the porch. You know how they do in the French Quarters with the buckets, and they tap dance, and you put the money in the bucket for them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, we did that on the porch in the
Okay.
project, and so everybody, older people, when they'd hear me sing, they'd cry, and I couldn't understand. You know,
Why
then
am I making these people cry?
right, I couldn't
They were
understand
feeling
it.
that. It was feeling something, Drea.
Right, but as I got older and I started to realize, because I never really liked my voice like that, and I never could hear what everybody else heard. But then when I started learning about the anointing, and that's what makes the difference, and yada yada yada, I began to, I guess, like my voice a little bit, and but I totally depend on God, because if I try to do it myself, I'll be trying to run and sounding like a giraffe or something out here, a goat or something. But I never really liked my voice, but I guess I realize it's the anointing that makes the difference.
But for most people, that's the case. You don't really, and being a veteran broadcaster myself, you don't really like your voice when you first come into the tape recordings and listening to yourself. You're like, who is that? Oh, I sound like that, really? But I
just told somebody this morning, you were the voice
Oh, bless you.
of the city, okay?
It don't have to be a word. It is.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
are.
on broad. It's just
No,
on,
I said
it's just
are.
it's just on vacation.
I
right now.
said are. No, you are.
Oh, bless his name. So, you don't really like your voice, but you come into it. And like you said, it is really the anointing.
Yes.
You get that opportunity. The Holy Spirit push you into it, and you start singing.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you look around, everybody's saying the Spirit.
Right.
You're like, whoa, what
I'm
happened
like, what
there?
in the world just happened?
Right.
Yeah, I've been singing for a long time.
So when did you decide to become the artist,
you know,
Drea Marie?
I always wanted to, and I used to tell people this, and I have to explain when I say it. I used to say, I want to be famous. But I didn't mean
I
it
don't
like...
have a problem with that. You don't even have to explain
But
to
no,
me.
I didn't
But we'll
mean
talk
it in
about
that
for
way.
the people, because
Yeah.
if you want to be famous, if you want to be a star, if
Right.
you want to be on top of the world, I ain't mad at
Right.
you. Do what you have to do, because that gives you venues
Yeah.
to be able to use your voice to help the people that don't have a voice.
That's true.
You know?
But when I said it at a young age, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant was, and I can remember being homeless as a child with my mom, and we used to be the ones walking up the street with the basket and under the bridge. And so I remember one Thanksgiving, the Popeyes on Canal Street fed the homeless, and they brought in the cameras to show the city what Popeyes was doing for these little homeless people. And I remember sitting there in my mom's arms, and I'm looking around at everybody, and they brought the camera, and they were flashing the camera in our face. And I said to myself in that moment, I was like, one day I'm going to be famous, and I'm going to sing to the world, and I'm going to tell the world what God did with this little homeless girl, because I know this isn't the end for us.
That's right.
And so we had family that saw that news station, and they saw us, and of course they came and got us, and things began to turn around for us or whatever. But that's what I meant when I said I wanted to be famous. So with that being said, all of my life, I knew that I wanted to do this, but about 2 years ago is when it began to happen for me. I got to a point where I felt like I was giving up on myself, or I had stopped being creative, because I had books of songs and different things that I've written, and I just stood still and I did nothing. And I felt like God said to me, if you don't do it, then you're not going to have it no more. And I needed to do it by the end of that particular year. Okay. And I was like, okay, God, I hear you loud and clear. And I got my butt up, and I got into the studio, and then more came about.
More follows, huh? Well, and more is still to come.
Yes.
That's right. You still writing your story. I mean,
yes,
we're still writing our stories. God has got so much more in store. But I love the fact that you took a step, and sometimes life has to come to a standstill for us before we step out. I mean, we could have all the wonderful, great thoughts and imaginations and dreams, but sometimes when things just hit the wall, and then things just stand still, and you realize, hold up.
Yeah.
In order for things to change, things must change here.
Yes.
And so if my mindset doesn't change, I'm going to be in this little rut for, quite a long time. And so I applaud what you did, and hopefully and prayerfully somebody's watching and they're realizing there is a need for change, because you feel in some type of way. You feel like you're not being creative.
Yeah.
You feel like you're not moving forward. You're standing still. You're stagnant.
Yeah.
And when, something's stagnant, it just starts to sting, guys. So you need to get up and shake a leg.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
So that's awesome. So who have been your musical influencers through the years?
I am in love with Kiara Sheard's voice. Like, I just love Lil Kiki. But believe it or not, I have more R&B influences than gospel. And the number one for me, Brandy and Fantasia, because I have that soft, raspy, Brandy-ish. Don't compare to Brandy. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that raspiness of her voice. And
how about when you were younger, much younger, and you were singing? Who influenced you back then?
My mom. My mom could sing.
I know.
Her little self off.
Yes,
my mom.
Could. Rest in peace, Miss Robin.
Rest in peace, Miss Robin.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I grew up listening to a lot of old school stuff. Aretha
Did you?
Franklin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aretha's
And-
pop songs, right? I mean, you know her R&B songs, right?
Yeah.
Aretha
Anita Baker.
Aretha is bad, girl. She
Yes.
is bad.
And so,
Absolutely.
for Fantasia.
My girl was Gladys, but I'm not a singer. I'm just saying.
Gladys Knight. Oh, yeah, I love her too.
What can I say?
Fantasia,
Hands down,
of
I'm
course.
representing her
You know,
today.
I'm a
This is
squaller.
for Gladys's necklace.
Ow!
Her signature piece.
Cute. I love it. Who that? I love it.
So yeah, so all right, so the respect and and all of
Yes,
that from
ma'am.
Aretha, huh?
Yes.
So your goal for your music now is to do what? What do you see yourself maybe in 3 years?
3 years.
I'll give you 3 because it takes a while to get through all this stuff.
It does. It
I
really,
know.
really does. I want to travel the world. I want to
Okay.
be gone all the time.
Yeah.
I want to go like to Israel and all of these places. I want to sing across the country, that's what I want to do.
Well,
I
you
want
know
to travel.
what, Drea? That is really not that far-fetched. Let me tell you, I know quite a few groups. They have traveled across the water, and they have hit big-time fame over there. Over here, they just so people passing by, whatever.
Uh-huh.
They're doing little stuff. They get over there, people appreciate them so
And that
much.
is so correct.
Yes.
That is so correct.
Yes, and it's like, what? And I said, why y'all always going? Well, because they keep calling for us.
Yeah.
And you know
They
want
show
us-
love.
They show love. So
Uh-huh.
that is
I've
very.
been getting spins in Africa actually,
Okay.
and so I'm like, all right, where? Like, call me to come. I'll come. Send for me. Like,
beautiful.
I want to do that. So preferably in the next 3 years, I will be doing all of that.
That's a wonderful thing. I have a daughter who sings. Well, both of my daughters sings.
Yeah.
One sings with the rock group. I'm not gonna call their name.
What's their name? We want to know. We need answers.
She's a rocker.
Come on now.
No, but anyway,
I
back
love
to
all
Drea.
music. I love all music. I'm
Back
here
to
for
Drea.
it all.
Right. So that's your goal for maybe for the rest of your singing career. You want to be gone.
Yes.
Well, until you get tired. Well, I pray you travel as long as you want and as far and wide as you want.
Thank you.
And God is able. You know,
Yes,
we
He
say the
is.
sky is the limit to give us something to aim for.
Yes.
But the sky is really not the limit. You can go as high as you want to go in God because He owns it all. You know.
That's right.
He owns it all, and He just has a way for us to prosper. And when we follow His roadmap, He's with us, you know.
Yeah.
The only thing is, what challenges us as believers, I think, is we want to prosper the way we want to prosper.
Yeah.
But God's not always coming through that door.
That's what I've had
you
to
know?
learn.
He's not always coming through that door, and He's not always coming the way we think He's going to come.
Yeah.
And He blows you up in another way, and you want to be appreciative, and you are, but what happened to that? I really wanted to do that. But maybe it's not the season, right?
Right.
So, your travel is coming, sister girl. It's
Yes.
coming.
I just feel like right now it's the pruning season, I guess, for me to be prepared to do that because I understand
think
the
it's a
call that I
workout.
have on my life, and I understand that in order for me to travel the country or the world or whatever, I'm gonna interact with certain type of people, people that are hurting, people that are going through this, going through that. So for me, even in this season, going through with the loss of my mother and my brother within a month's time, I feel like something in that God is doing something, because you know how we go and we in church and we like, oh, He'll be a mother to the motherless, a father to the father. Well, I know that
Yeah, well,
now
that's
for
true.
myself. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
And so I feel like now God is pruning and picking and shaping and doing what He needs to do in me for that season to
Right,
happen.
and I think it's like a workout. So, you just kind of got to get used to find a way to, I guess, just start working it, because I understand sometimes people touch down in the country for one day.
Wow.
And they're traveling the next day to get to their next stop.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes they have grueling tours. But with you, once you get to, I guess, a certain level, I don't know what that level is for you, Let's see. Are you gonna be like maybe the Kardashians, or you're gonna be uppity? You're gonna be like Mariah. You're gonna act like what's that little the other crazy girl name?
I don't know.
Mariah's nemesis. Oh, I can't call her name. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, they were on the American Idol or something like that. They were on and they wouldn't talk to each other. You gotta know
oh my
who she
goodness.
was.
I
Pretty
can't think
girl,
of who
but
it was.
she's something. She's a firecracker.
I think
So,
I'm
yes,
just gonna be
you gonna
like
stay
Drea.
humble?
I'm gonna
You
stay
just gonna
humble. Yes,
All
I'm
right,
gonna stay
that's the
humble,
important
down to
thing.
earth.
That's good.
Then people might think I'm crazy. They're gonna be like, "This girl so ghetto." No.
No, we don't have to be ghetto to be humble. We're gonna be humble. Just love people and
Definitely.
love people and just
Indeed.
and just have fun.
Yes.
Have fun. When God opens doors, that's the one thing I love about my journey in my life. I have fun, because if it's not fun, I give you a chance. If it's not fun, I'm like, no, I don't think this is for me. I gotta move on. Because we're here for His purpose.
Yeah.
But He's so gracious to us to allow us to enjoy life.
Yeah.
I know my thing was living on purpose, and that's the truth. But I also believe in enjoying life,
Yeah.
And if you have to be around people that you're not happy with on a consistent basis, what is that going to do to your psyche, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to sometimes transfer out of there and say,
That's
I need me a new circle. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I need to go have different events and things like that. So, Drea, where can I find your music?
I'm on iTunes, Google Play, CD Baby, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you purchase your music on your tablet or your phone. Mm-hmm. You can also follow me on Facebook, Drea Marie Music page. Mm-hmm. You can email me, DreaMarieMusic at gmail.com.
Now look right there in that camera and tell those people where they can find your music again. She's talking to you now.
Okay.
There it is. They put it on the screen for you.
There you go. DreaMarieMusic at gmail.com.
There you go.
Instagram, Drea Marie 7. Twitter, Drea Marie 3. And again, on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, CD Baby, Spotify. And I also have my own Pandora station, so you can download that app, Drea Marie. Mm-hmm.
So I see you use the number 7. I see you use the number 3.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, then you got Trinity in there. You got the numbers working
Completion.
for you.
That's right.
Well, that's absolutely awesome. So what are some of the songs that you sing?
More was my first single that came out 2 years ago.
Did you want to sing something a cappella? Did you want to sing a
If you want me to.
Yeah, girl, go ahead and tell us about More. Come on.
More is just a prayer-enriched song. It was a prayer to God for more of His Spirit and less of our own. Watching the news and seeing all the crime on the television and just sick and tired.
So how does that one go?
It goes, we need more. Lord, give us more. We cry out more of your Spirit.
Thank you. We're going to pick it up, girl. We're going to go into a break right now. This is the second half. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back. That was Drea Marie. How awesome.
We need more. Lord, give us more. Cry out more of your Spirit. We need more. Lord, give us more.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Hi, I'm Linda Lewis with Lewis Armstrong Family Services here live at New Orleans Talk Network. We're here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Come join us. Thank you.
I'm Matt Peel from Movement Academy. When my grandmother was in her late 50s, she began walking for exercise. When she got into her 70s, she went to a community center and added resistance training. Now, just turning 90, the signs of dementia have finally caught up with her. But without those decades of exercise, how soon would dementia have taken control? Movement Academy has your parents and grandparents in mind when we designed our active aging system. It is a fact. Our brains and body decline as we age, but by improving the neuroplasticity of the brain combined with balance and coordination exercises, people can improve their memory and agility. No instructor or gym membership needed. Exercise in private or with friends. Take advantage of our easy-to-follow balance and memory restoration promotion for only $10.95 per month for the next 2 weeks. Go to movementacademy.net and click on Active Aging Program. Then scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up. Exercise anywhere, anytime to fall less and improve your memory. We guarantee it or cancel at any time. Remember, Movement Academy keeps you moving.
Well, welcome back to the second half. I'm Loretta Petit, sitting in for Miss Sinder Miller, and we're so glad that you're tuned in. Please be sure to share, tell your friends if you're watching us on social media. We've got Miss Drea Marie. She's a recording artist right here from the beautiful city of New Orleans, but she's going places. Yeah, she's got big dreams. Her eyes are open wide, and she's getting all around the world. At some point in her life, she's going to take off, guys. So get to know her now, because then you're going to say, don't you remember me? And she'll still come and do local concerts, even though she starts to travel the world. She promised now. She told me she's going to keep it humble.
That's right.
And I believe her. So what inspires you? You were singing before we left out, and you did a beautiful job. You did that song, girl. That song right there, that was a great coming out of the gate song for you. Beautiful song. And so like some artists, whenever they do their concerts, they always have that staple song. Girl, that's your song. You got to always do like a verse or two, or, you know, a line or two of that song in your concerts.
Amen.
Yeah, it should be somewhere in there. You know, like my girls, it's always Midnight Train. When they hear that, ooh, they already know. So anyway, we were talking in the break about what motivates, and I was saying that I love inspirational messages. I have a thing that I've come to adopt. I didn't come up with this phrase, but I've adopted it: own your morning. Mm-hmm. And when you own your morning, your whole day is going to be made.
Yes, indeed.
So I own my morning by doing things or listening to things or viewing things that inspire me, that wakes me up inside. Mm-hmm. And when it does that, my day is going to be okay. But if I start out with a sluggish morning, a morning that seems like it's going nowhere, I don't feel like getting out of bed, I don't feel like dealing with nothing, then my whole day is going to kind of be lopsided. Mm-hmm. But if you own that morning, you can command the rest of your day.
I agree with that. There's a song that I listen to in the mornings called Invisible by Kiara Sheard. Mm-hmm. And it simply just cries out, God, make me invisible. Make sure they see you. I don't want to block your view.
I like that.
And so that is my cry in this season. Like, God, whatever I do, because see, I'm kind of calm today, but I like to have the big hair and the heels and the jewelry, yada, yada, yada.
You
but
look
I'm like,
lovely.
Thank you.
With your new T-shirt on.
Yes.
What does it say, girl?
I want to live.
We're going to talk about that in a minute, but finish your point.
But, and so I pray, and my prayer is that when I get up in all of my little fancy, because that's just who I am, God, I don't want them to see all of that and get distracted, but I need them to see you and hear you. Mm-hmm. So that is my commanding my morning. Mm-hmm. You know, just commanding my day, basically.
Owning your morning, commanding
owning
your
my
day.
Morning. Yes, that's it.
She's gonna write a song, guys. I better watch what I say with Drea.
Yes, because she's the inspiration behind my second single, On Purpose. Yes, ma'am.
But I ain't mad at you. I think it's a beautiful thing.
When
I
moved
honored.
back here,
when you said that to me, I'm like, wow.
After Katrina, I moved back, and I was listening to AM 940 every morning. It was encouraging me, because I also listen to encouraging messages and different music to get me going in the morning. So I would listen to you. And I came back. I was staying with my sister, was driving her car. I was getting myself together. I was working at Children's Hospital. And every morning she would open up the segment and end it with, make sure whatever you're doing, you do it on purpose. And I was just like, wait a minute. and God dropped those lyrics in my spirit. I'm going to live, love, laugh on purpose. And I'll never take it back. I want to apologize for living my life. I want to apologize for being happy.
Go ahead now.
I want to apologize
Don't
for
apologize.
wanting better. And so that's how that song came
That's a
about.
beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So, Drea, you have a message that I
Yes.
want to live.
I want to live. I recently lost my mother. She was 65 years old. And my mother, everybody knows my mother was like 500 pounds, literally. And so
No, I didn't know
it
she was
because-
500 pounds.
Yeah.
I knew she was a large lady. Back in the day, we sang in the choir together.
Yes.
She was hilarious. Oh my God.
she was
Your
always
mother was
hilarious.
so funny, Drea. I mean, talented and funny. Lord have mercy.
Speaking of
Can
funny.
I tell the story?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Lord have mercy. I know you have a lot of stories.
So we were
Jesus.
singing at somebody's church. We were singing at somebody's church one day, and we was just singing, and we was up there, and suddenly we heard Robin say, "My water broke." Like what? And she was, and it said when? Oh, right before we started the song.
Shut up.
We're like what? And we all like looked down and like, oh Lord, somebody get her to the hospital. Hilarious.
That lady is funny.
She was so funny, Drea.
That is.
She was so funny.
That was my mama. But we did that, and then my brother passed away. And so for me, I started to feel like I'm 33 years old. I had gained all of this weight, not taking care of myself.
Really?
Just,
I didn't even notice. I guess I hadn't seen you that
you know,
much
we know how to
during that
cover it well.
Right,
The way
but-
we.
I guess
the
because
clothes
you're so
we put
beautiful.
on.
I know,
Thank
seriously,
you.
I didn't notice. I didn't, but we
And
know,
I started
we
to
know.
feel
Yeah,
unhealthy,
yeah.
sluggish all the time, this,
Okay.
that, and the other. So I just changed my mindset, and I decided, my mom died at 65 because of her health issues. I don't want to, I'm 33. If I continue the way I am with my eating habits, then I've lived half my life, and I'm not ready to go. I want to see my grandkids. I want to see my great-grandkids. I want to live for me, for my son. So I decided to make a change, and so I started to eat better. I started to add workouts to my daily regimen, actually 3 times a week.
Okay.
And I don't work out hard. It's really the food that I've changed.
Food makes a big difference.
It's the food, and since Thanksgiving, because
Exercise
I've been,
make us look good,
and
also helps us inside,
yeah,
circulatory system and all that. But the food, you start to
the
see that
food.
change in your size, I think,
from
really quickly.
Thanksgiving, because I've been persistent. I haven't cheated. I haven't done any of that. I've lost 20 pounds.
Well, you look great.
And I'm like, Lord, that's all it took was for me to eat
From
cleaner.
Thanksgiving.
Do you know how long I would have been doing this if I would have just known? So, but I changed my mindset, and I decided I wanted to live. And so that's
That's
a part of my
awesome.
song.
And so
Choose
the,
life
and thus
over
the
death.
shirts.
I want to live on purpose. So
And
you
you
can
have,
purchase
and you,
that.
and you have a white one as well. don't you?
I have black and red.
Oh, it was red. I know it was another color. I
Yes,
saw
ma'am.
it, but in my delirium, I'm thinking it's white. Just like in my delirium, I'm thinking my party is today.
Oh,
but anyway,
God.
what can I say? When
You
you're
need
trying
rest.
when you're trying to get well,
Yes.
you read one thing and it's
That is
something
so
else.
funny.
So anyway, where can they purchase your shirts?
You can purchase it at DreaMarieMusic@gmail.com, or you can contact me on Facebook or any of the social media sites that was posted.
Awesome. Well, there you go. And you can get her music, like she said, on the sites that were posted as well. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Loretta Petit sitting in for Sinder Miller on the second half. And our guest today is recording artist Drea Marie. So, Drea, what are your plans for 2018, girl? What you got cooking? What's in the
2018,
oven?
A lot is in the oven, believe it or not. In the beginning of the year, I'm planning to release my EP.
Okay.
And
awesome.
I'm super excited about that. A lot of worship songs that I write all of my music, but a lot of worship songs, of course, coming from the heart. And also, I wrote a children's book in 2002.
Awesome. Great.
2 children's books, actually. And it's just time. It's
You ready
been in
to
the
publish
making.
it?
I'm ready to publish it. I've got a publishing
You got
company
your- oh,
that's that's accepted it, and I'm just excited. I'm just ready to move forward.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
great. That's great.
Many talents. I'm just like,
Well, you know,
God,
God does
put
that.
me in a position where I could bring it forth because I'm ready.
And I'm glad you said put you in a position, because that's what I was alluding to earlier when you said you wanted to be famous, because we weren't saved all of our lives. Many times we said things and we meant them many times in a worldly way, in a worldly mindset. We meant it because we were sick and tired of being sick and tired where we were. But of course, when we gave our lives to the Lord, we recognized that we were looking at the world through the wrong kinds of lenses. Say, okay, yeah, I had the wrong motive why I wanted to do this, or I had a good motive why I wanted to do it, but I understand now I've got to come up under what God is saying I need to be up under. Because everybody that is being blessed, whether they want to admit it or not, God is behind the blessings. God said that he reigns on the just as well as the unjust. So now once he opens doors and blesses and people walk away and don't ever acknowledge, well, that's going to be very temporal for them. Or it's going to be a life full of madness, chaos, because if he's not in it, then the devil has free reign. But when the Lord blesses you and you're humble with it and you honor him with it, he takes care of what he's blessed you with.
That's right.
You know, he takes care of it. So there's nothing wrong with a person that wants to be on top of the world. I ain't mad at you, because when he opens doors and he makes you an influencer, then you can start to help so many people. So I applaud all the people that's doing well in life, and they're using their means and their influences and their connections to be a blessing to communities. You know, I know we talk about Oprah a lot, and we talk about how she wasn't acknowledging Christ and all that. But I think she's having a different mindset now. But even in the Katrina situation, how she bought all these houses in Texas, and she housed these people. That's what you do when you get on top of the world. You know, that's what we should do, right?
Yeah.
Well, even if we're not, you know, to Oprah's status, whatever we get, we don't just get for ourselves. As believers,
That's right.
you know, we are saved to serve and we get to share. You know,
That's right. I always say, God, give me a little bit of money. I might go broke because that's just
have
my
a heart
heart
to give,
to
and that's
give.
the heart of Christ. He gave.
Yeah.
He gave sight to the blind.
Yeah.
He gave food to the hungry.
Yeah.
Right. He fed those people with those little fish and that bread.
Bread.
Right.
And the
And he
multitudes.
gave life words. He gave living water.
Yes.
He gave. Then he gave his life.
Life.
Thank you, Lord.
Ooh-wee.
Hallelujah.
Jesus.
He gave, and so we have that heart
That's
because
the
of
word right
Christ.
there.
We have that heart because of Christ. So I'm believing God with you that He's going to bless you by leaps and
Amen.
bounds
Thank you,
and
Lord.
take you to many of these places. Just keep on seeing it,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
know, and believing it, and know that He's going to come through for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to talk now about your music that you're doing with your EP.
Okay.
All right, you wrote all of the songs
I
that
wrote
you
all
want
of
to
the
do.
songs,
How many
yes.
will there be?
It will be 7 songs.
Oh, the number 7 comes up
Yes.
again. Oh, so the number 7.
My favorite number.
Okay, all right.
Number of completion.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm the 7th child. All of that.
Well, I have a 7
Influences.
too. January's my month, but my birthday is the 16th, and you add that together, you have what?
Hey.
Bam,
Hey.
7.
So yes, my favorite song from this, I would have to say, is my testimony song,
Okay.
and it's called "Bow Down," and it's just talking about some of my experiences growing up, being molested and different things, and it's just basically talking about how I was crying out to different people for help, when all along all I needed to do was look up to heaven and bow down to our Heavenly Father for the help that I needed.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about this EP. It's been a long time coming.
What is
but
it called?
It's going to be called On Purpose.
Oh.
Yes. It's going to be called On
And I love the picture that you use with that. You in one of your last moments.
I wanted to show that I was
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
and I was happy
I
about
love that. It's
it.
a beautiful picture.
And so that's the moment we captured.
Beautiful picture right there. Yes.
Yes, shout out to Shaylani who did those photos for me.
All right, now, Shay.
Yes, in
All
City
right.
Park.
Yes, beautiful. Well, we're looking forward to your EP and wishing you the best with everything
Thank
that
you
you're
so
doing,
much.
and that you keep on dreaming and keep on doing the business side,
Indeed.
because we want to be able to see those visions come to fruition, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we got to do the work.
Yes.
We're going to go to a little timeout. We're going to come back and talk a little bit more with Ms. Drea Marie. Again, you're listening to the second half. I'm Loretta Petit, sitting in for Ms. Sinder Miller. We'll be right back.
I wanna live love, and I'll never take it back. Gonna clap my hands, gonna do my dance. I'm gonna give God praise and worship Him too. Choose life over death. I'm gonna live love, and I'll never take it back. I used to think that I had to be what everybody wanted me to be, but I decided to make a change. So for the rest of my days, I'm gonna give God praise on purpose. I'm gonna live love, and I'll never take it back. Gonna clap my hands, gonna do my dance. I'm gonna give.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Tired of feeling like a number instead of a person when you go to the doctor? Well, at GenCare Senior Medical Center, we know your name. We know your family. We know you like a friend and treat you that way.
Sometimes I forget she's the doctor, and I'll say, "Girl, I had a headache so bad the other day."
I like GenCare's approach. I smile when I leave GenCare.
I'm just like going to one of my relatives' house. I can sit down and talk. I feel like family.
I really enjoy my doctor. I have a personal relationship with him, and he truly is devoted to healthcare providing rather than just make a buck.
Oh, Dr. Jones and I are experiencing a great relationship because he listens. Just because we've gotten older, it doesn't mean that we're not able to do.
At GenCare, our doctors take the time you need. We listen. We don't rush you. Isn't it time you felt the GenCare difference?
Yeah, welcome back to the second half. Loretta Petit here, sitting in for Miss Sinder Miller. And we're so glad that you are tuned in. And hopefully you're sharing on social media to let everyone know about this program. Always bringing you great guests. And it's my pleasure on this cold morning to be sitting behind the microphone here at the second half. We've got the studio guest, Ms. Drea Marie, recording artist, native New Orleanian, who loves her gumbo and her big fat crabs. And she didn't post any food. Her first Christmas, though, without her mom and her brother. So, but she made it through. She's a trooper.
Yes.
Because she knows that God's got everything in full control.
That's right.
Right.
I know where my help comes from.
And her latest product is I Want to Live, and she has her On Purpose t-shirts available for you at the sites that she'll give and has given already earlier, but she'll give them again. And her EP is on the way, and we're going to talk about her favorite things for a few minutes. She's got a handsome son, by the way. Mm-hmm.
Tyrese.
Yes, indeed, and very talented, like his mom.
Amen.
So what are some of your favorite things? What is it that you like to do when you're not writing music or when you're not going to church?
I love to cook.
Oh, so you really like to cook?
I love to cook.
Really?
I'll literally dream about a recipe and get up and make it. Stuff that
Yeah.
I've never made before, like recently with shrimp and grits. I would never try it in a restaurant. My friends would order it and I'd be like, ew, what are y'all eating? And one day I woke up and I wanted shrimp and grits and I knew how to cook it, and I got in the kitchen And I made it. I love to cook. I love to create dishes. I'm just learning to do it healthier now. But
all right, tell us about
that.
What kind of way you changed your diet? What did you do?
The first week I did, because I wanted it at first to be a diet because I was trying to lose the weight. The first week I did fruits and vegetables. The next week I added on. The whole week. It was tough. The first 3 days were tough.
But
I got through it. After that, it was a breeze. I don't even crave chips or soda or anything.
3 days,
But I was eating like crazy. A bunch of fruit, a lot of green leafy things, vegetables, salads. You know, the second week I added on seafood. So I do salmon, whatever kind of fish I can afford, I get it. And I make it with vegetables, and I still have my fruit. I love boiled eggs without the yolk. I do the white.
Oh, I do all of it.
I just had one in the car. And so the following week, I added on grilled chicken. I haven't added on any other meats. I don't think I will, because this is a lifestyle change for me. I don't think I'm going to do the pork anymore or the beef, you know. I just want to eat better.
Well, guess what? I made 2 pots of gumbo for Christmas for the first time in my gumbo cooking history. And I've been cooking for a long time. Well, I'm saying that because one pot was a turkey and chicken gumbo.
Come on now.
And the other pot was my regular gumbo. But I cooked them at the same time. I've never done that before.
Believe it or not.
And feeling bad, right? So
I did that as well, because my son, we just found out he's allergic to seafood in New Orleans.
So you had to do it
So I had a pot without the seafood, and then I had the pot with everything in it. And I tried to eat it because, and I was telling everybody on social media, nobody warned me. Because I had been eating so healthy, I was like, for Christmas, I'm going to pig out, and then I'm going to go back to eating healthy. Those were my plans from day one, right? I ate 1 bowl of gumbo, and let's just say for the rest of the day, all I ate was yogurt and oranges and lots of water. I couldn't even eat anything.
Yeah,
my
your brain had not readjusted to all that other stuff, huh? Yeah. So that's what I did too, and because my daughter, my granddaughter doesn't eat anything but seafood and poultry as well.
Yes.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Your
so I
lifestyle
love
changed.
to cook. I like to dance, but I don't know how.
You are kidding me. No, wait, hold on. Wait
love
a minute.
to dance.
All of the rhythm and stuff you have.
Yeah. I don't know how to dance for real. I can bounce, but I like with the Kara dancers and all the dancers.
You want to do it? You can do that.
I want to. I told them all they have to do is teach me.
That's all.
But nobody don't want to do it. I love, like, music comes on and I'm
So why do you feel you can't though?
Because I look so crazy.
There we go again. See, same thing. The voice didn't sound right at first and all of that, and now.
But you know, I got to dance when I did the
it.
award shows. You know, I just did the NOLA Awards last year and the...
You danced at NOLA Awards?
I did.
Oh, why did I miss you?
I was the first night on the meet and greet night.
Oh.
And I had dancers behind me. Christy Lewis and her dance team. And we smashed it. But I was just in the front doing a little bit.
I didn't come to that.
I was just, you know, she taught me some stuff and I did it, but I can't remember.
Speaking of which, that's coming up again. I received an award that night. What was that award called?
Wasn't it the it was like the
why can't I remember? It was called the
Humanitarian Award. Was that it?
No, it's in the neighborhood. You're in the neighborhood. It's just not at the right door.
Okay.
It was the let's see. It may come back to me.
Okay.
And I'm not. Look, I'm not shooting at all cylinders.
And I was
right now.
there. So yeah.
Oh, you were there that night?
I was. Okay. Because I won 2 awards.
That's right, you did.
Yes.
You were sitting further in the back.
That's
why I didn't see
in the back.
you. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to live.
I want to live on purpose.
Yes.
I want to live.
I want to live life.
I want to enjoy life. I want to live on purpose.
I want to.
And I want to live because I've got so much to see. She's got grandkids to see and great grandkids to see.
That's right. So
and because she loves
changed
life.
my mindset, and I'm doing better.
And she's eating better, and she's working out 3 days a week.
3 days a week. That's all I could give right now.
I'm working on me too. I'm working on me too.
That's what we have to do. We always say, "New year, new me." We gotta mean it and own it.
I was just still trying to think about what that award was. It was 2 of them given, and I got one.
I want to say, like a humanity.
And guess what? It is on my. It's on my webpage. It's on my Facebook page. But I want to say thanks to all the people at NOLA Gospel Awards.
Yes.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. They shocked me. They surprised me.
Yeah.
I went to an event they had, and they made the announcement. And I'm like, whoa! They said one of the recipients are here tonight.
Yes.
Called my name, and I thought that was so sweet.
And that same year, last year, I won 2 awards at the IRAA Awards as well in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Independent recording artists and
I
arts
love that.
awards.
Love when they look into.
They're coming around again as well.
Yeah, the independence. That's wonderful.
I love it. Yeah, because we work
we
so
gotta
hard.
go to break real quick, Andrea. We're gonna come back for our last segment in a minute with Miss Sinder. So thank you all so much for joining us here on the second half. We're gonna be right back. I'm Loretta Petit, Miss Drea Marie.
Has a friend or family member ever recommended a doctor to you? A doctor that's near you, takes the time to listen, and gets to know you as a person, not a rushed number on a chart. A doctor that actually helped them get well and stay that way. More and more friends and family of GenCare Senior Medical Center patients recommend us to those they know and love. Why? Because GenCare treats them like family, like a friend. And isn't that what friends and family do for each other?
My family is very important.
We have the whole family under the same roof, as we say, and the same doctor who takes care of all of us.
Because everybody is healthy, happy, and to be together, you know.
It is awesome. It's wonderful. I tell my friends, I'm going to tell my family.
My wife is also a member, you know. We try to stick together. We've been married for 58 years, so.
Come feel the GenCare difference. That difference is why our patients recommend us. You'll see why.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for sharing with us on the second half. This is your real host, Miss Sinder.
Hello, everyone.
That's Miss Sinder Miller. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, thank you so much, Loretta, for allowing me to come in your studio today. And with Maria, Drea Marie.
You're gonna come back into the shot too. That's
yes,
right.
Am I in the shot?
There you are.
I just wanted to come in to say thank you guys. Thank you for being with us all throughout 2017. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support, your shares, your likes. And we're looking forward to 2018 and to have just an awesome year. Awesome year. Loretta will have her own show next year.
She's saying stuff. She is saying stuff. Now, I don't know what she's saying, but she's saying stuff. The Trailblazer Award. Thank you, Nola Gospel.
Congratulations to Loretta on the Trailblazer
2017. I'm going to have to turn.
Yes.
I'm backing up. There's 2 more for 2018.
Yeah.
And Drea Marie for all of her success. And
yes.
We know, and we're believing. We got you. The second half has you. Boomer's Lifestyle, we got you. And we're looking forward to you having an awesome 2018. And as we close, we just want to say thank you so much. And
Happy
as we
New
ask
Year.
you every week, what are you going to do with your second half? 50 down and 50 to go. Let's get busy. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We love you dearly.
And get busy.
Get busy. On purpose. Thank you, Mike. We love you.
living my life like it's golden, golden. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden, living my life like it's 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 golden, golden.